I'll get back on the freeway, and I will actually go into bumper view, just so I can blast my ears and drown out Causy's voice. I just realised it will get louder and I'll probably struggle to hear you. But I'll see how it goes if I can hear you okay. Just with my hearing.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I haven't jumped in yet.
Oh yeah.
I'm still in the cab. I've got a hearing problem, ladies and gentlemen, and it's not by choice. So yeah. And what it is basically it's called a biscuit bite. It's also aptly nicknamed wife deafness for some reason. Oh, I know the reason why. Because basically I can hear treble and bass frequencies perfectly fine, but I struggle with mid-range, especially around the range that is the frequency that a woman would normally talk at. That's why it was aptly named. And the people who did my ears are like ear professionals, whatever they called themselves. Hearing specialists or whatever. They're the ones that actually told me it's called that. Not me, I'm just not making it up. But yeah, it's around that frequency I struggle with. So when I'm talking to someone, I'm perfectly okay as long as there's no background noise. But as soon as there's background noise, oh, there's a truck slowing up. I'm changing lanes right in front of me here. Yeah, as soon as there's background noise, I can't hear the person. All I hear is the background noise. So I'm going to jump into, as I say, that one of my ears start ringing. I'm going to jump into bumper view and see how we get on. Okay, it's not as loud. It normally gets louder in bumper view, but it seemed like the actual sound dropped when I jumped out here. It's not the norm. I suppose it would help bringing up the GPS so I can see where I'm supposed to be going, and maybe a couple of mirrors. Oh, and that's the other mod we got on here, is the small mirror mod. Makes those mirrors a bit smaller than the vanilla game, which I always thought were just a little too big. They should have resized them a bit. So we've got 9 hours of driving, so about 9 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, we'll be dropping this off, doing our first, well, my first event for the Christmas event. First delivery for the Christmas event, I should say. The event is doing all 15 deliveries, so yeah. Maybe we should look at some shorter routes just to get it done as much as we can, because it's 2:45 for me at the moment now. Oh, normally I go to 5 o'clock, but because of things happening, I should have mentioned this, but I did forget. Because of things happening, I've got to get preparation for tomorrow's festivities, being Christmas Day for me. We'll probably be finishing a little earlier, possibly about 4 o'clock, in about an hour and 15. Maybe 4:30, we'll see. I've got a truck pulling out in front of me, slowing down.
Whoa, everybody slowed right down there.
Yeah, another one that's pulled out in front of me and decided to go slow.
I'm right alongside you.
Why did he even bother?
Really?
Let me just get over this hill so I can start. Now he's just gone back into that lane again. He didn't overtake anyone. Didn't do any. Oh, maybe it's because I need to change gears. So, well, right, I'm not gaining any speed, but I think that's because I'm going uphill. I'll wait until I get over the ridge and start. Well, the rise and start going downhill, I should speed up, but I stayed at the same speed because I was at full revs, so I needed to change gear. Ah, we're at 1 of 11, Gem State. Oh, I've discovered this before. Just not on this profile. Well, I don't know why they decided to all be in the fast lane and go really slow.
You're not going any faster in the slow lane, not back there anyway.
Oh, we've got a bit of rain. Just to cool us off. Alright, so we should have our first crash of the evening coming up soon. Or the afternoon, whatever it is. Morning for Mr. Bowen.
Off here?
Yeah, we're getting off here. Oh, can't see a thing. Just get into this view so I can actually see. Oh my gosh. Anything coming? Nice. Red lights. Slowing down. Stop. Green light. I should have guessed it was going to about to be green light because I prepared all the way down. Changed my range all the way down so I could go into 5th gear, and
sounds about right.
as soon as it changed I could have gone back up to where I was. Another red light.
Almost ran into the back here.
Yeah, I think we're alright. I think we don't have any collision. Doesn't mean you don't try and not stop trying. It just means if it doesn't work out, stopping again. There's no major dramas.
Let's test it, shall we? Nope.
Yep. Mind you, I didn't get Did you get damage?
I didn't get damage, but I got at slow speed, but I hit you.
You only got 2% damage. I don't know if that happened then or it was before. Well, I haven't hit anything. Oh, I had a car, didn't I? So maybe it was that caused it. We've got a 55-mile-an-hour speed limit. I shall adjust for that by going 57 miles an hour. Well, maybe I'll go 65 miles an hour. Just to make up for all that loss when we couldn't do 70 and 80 mile an hour.
Just remember, you're on these windy rural roads at night.
At least it stopped raining.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got a way station coming up for the looks. And we've got people stopping. Or is it? No, it might be just their lights on. Please pull in for vehicle inspection yet again for the 800th time. Have they readjusted? Oh, are you kidding me? It's over this side.
Yeah.
Never mind. I'll find a new route.
Did you have to stop as well?
I do.
I think I'm all clear after this truck that has just decided to stop for no reason whatsoever. Now take your time, just give the other traffic a chance to come and make us wait around here for hours. It made this sound like I didn't get it into gear properly, and all of a sudden I went into ATS mode and quickly put the clutch in and out again. I don't know why I get that. I don't know why with ATS, and I've got the same settings and everything, it sometimes doesn't go into gear. And with this one, it's fine. But then again, also with this one, when I'm in neutral and I take my foot off the clutch, it stalls. Where it doesn't do that in ATS, it doesn't stall at all when I take my foot off the clutch and I'm in neutral. And it doesn't seem very realistic to me, because the whole point of neutral is so you don't have to use the clutch. Called me old-fashioned. That's what I believe it does. Oh. Okay. I thought there was a big dip in the road there, because the truck in front of me dropped, the back of it dropped into the road. It's got to be a synchronization thing, I think. There's no doubt it's giving me the, well, giving you the information off my PC where the traffic is, since I'm the host.
Yeah.
So it's like a lag thing, I think it adjusts. You know, when you get lag in your own, when you're playing and you get a bit of rubber banding.
Yeah.
You're one spot and next thing you're at another spot. Sometimes you've passed one spot and then in a second you're passing it again.
Yeah, I've had very little of that tonight.
Which might, it might be the reason why we get flying cars, hovering cars around the place.
Might be.
Well, when we drop this delivery off, I will go off and make myself a quick coffee. I don't know why I said. Don't know why I said a quick coffee. I can't make the kettle boil any fun. Well, I can actually. I suppose it depends how much water is in the kettle itself. It's trying to boil. Basically, it would take a lot less time boiling half a gallon of water than it would trying to boil a gallon of water, wouldn't it? So. Aren't I nice converting it for you guys in America to use as an example? I work with gallons because I have no clue what goes on. Well, I know it's ounces, fluid ounces or something like that, isn't it?
Fluid ounces are a thing.
Great, we're going through this lovely, lovely, oh look, stars in the sky. Lovely scenery in the dark. What was that?
And saying I can see the flowers. It's a shame you can't see much else.
Yeah.
Flowers look really nice.
Can you see the stars? Because I remember you mentioning once that you can see the stars in here, and that might have been due to your old PC and the low graphics setting you to go.
I can see them now. On my old PC, I had to have all the graphics turned down pretty low, and it still looked beautiful then. But now, everything I got it all up to the maximum settings, and it's just gorgeous.
Just can't see it at the moment. the only thing.
Yeah.
We've got 7 hours to go still. Yeah, we've got a right hand, a left hand turn coming up.
Yeah,
Last
coming
line
into the town limits here.
Got a question mark up here. We discovered a new viewpoint. It's a petrol station.
Yeah. Well, you do the viewpoint, they show off the whole town.
Go straight.
Actually, looks like a nice town.
Yeah, they did a pretty good job on it. They got the lake over there to the right that we can't see now because it's dark.
Not much nightlife.
Yeah.
Yeah, real shame coming through here this time of night. Where exactly are we? What was that? Probably somewhere I've been before.
It's Idaho. We're going north up into the Panhandle now.
Get ready to turn right.
Oh, actually, I might know. I might have. Yeah. Is this? Oh, I think this is my most favourite drive. This area here.
Turn right.
Oh, it's very nice up here.
But I think normally I come the other way. I don't think I've ever been the way we just came, ever.
Wow.
I think because this goes close to going to Washington here, aren't we? I think this is the one. It really looks familiar here. Now that I turned into the, but just coming from the other way, it's yeah. I'm pretty sure I normally, if I'm going this way or I'm coming into town, I think I normally take a right and go the other way that we normally come from. Yeah, I'm sure this is the one that has like the 65 mile an hour going out of it and 70 mile an hour coming into it speed limits. Mind you, we've got the summer mod on, so it's already getting light. I think about an hour or so we might get the sunrise and a bit more light to see my favourite part. Yeah, it doesn't help when the accelerator sticks. Okay, well that looked familiar, but this doesn't. Yes, Salmon River, I think it might do. I think this might be it. It's getting light really quick, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Nice to get more daylight in the summer mod.
So I was sure we're heading west, not east, and yet.
Oh,
Mind you, I
this
haven't-
way. Right
Okay.
now is more.
What were you going to say? I was just saying carry on.
I was just saying that this road that we're on now is more north than anything.
Wow, it's 5 o'clock in the morning and look at that sunrise. Me Christmas lights will be disappearing. Actually, it's not the... Oh, look at that. I'm glad I... Oh, there. I've never noticed that before. Glad I did that view right then.
Yeah, that's a nice view there.
But yeah, I don't think this is the way I was thinking. This looks different. Totally different. Actually, since it's burnt out my windscreen wiper motor because I left it on after the rain stopped. Go back into the cab view. It's really interesting. The cab view's slightly louder than it is on the outside view. It used to be the other way around. I don't...
It's odd.
As I keep mentioning in my streams anyway, as to why I go into the bumper mode, which is mainly for the roar of the engine, but it definitely sounds louder in here. Look at that, daylight. 5:15 in the morning. Whoa, slow down. Slow down. Oh, I seem to have lost you a little bit.
I'm right behind you. I'm being a little more conservative with the distance in between us because of the windy roads.
Yeah. We're not going east, so why is the sun rising? Even if we're going north, it should be rising on the right-hand side. So why is it rising in front of us when we're heading west? Basically, northwest anyway. But nevertheless, primarily west. Started off in the centre area and moving to the west coast. So... seems a bit weird. I mean, I only assume because I know we get, like I said, we're going to Washington, which is on the west coast, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the sun rises in the east, so unless we were actually travelling west then for some reason, which was probably because that's the only way they could have put the road down. I suppose now it makes a bit more sense of the direction we're facing. That would, yeah, maybe, okay. Maybe they haven't got it wrong, maybe it's just me being picky. Or not knowing his local area. Being that I'm not local and it ain't my area, so I do have an excuse. Go cruise control. I've been driving all night. Had my hands on the wheel. I now release my foot from a bit of work. And let the controlling of the cruise take over for a while. All I need now is a bit of automatic steering. Nice big button that says automatic steering. Whoa!
Oh, that was close.
And now I've got to slow down. So I was sure, in my infinite wisdom, that at least Texas for this and the Russian for ATS would have been released for the Christmas period to get in for the Christmas rush.
I would have thought at least one of them would be out by now.
Yeah,
But
at least one. And I was looking forward to it. Okay. But it's not to be, ladies and gentlemen. As far as I know, when I last looked a couple of days ago on Steam, they still had to be announced. Didn't even have coming soon, which coming soon means it's about 2 or 3 weeks away before they actually put the date, release date in. Another bit of disappointments. Epic Games have been giving away one free game a day. Well, they normally do 2 games a week, but over the Christmas period, which they've done before, they're giving away 1 free game per day. And I have to say, for the most part, not my cup of tea. Except for the one I got yesterday was made by the people that make XCOM. It was Mutant something or other. Played in the same sort of XCOM way. If you know the game, you know what I mean. And one released today as well, which I decided to get. It's free. Vampire or something, which seems like a storyline type deal with multiple choices and endings and all that. I need to pull in for another way again.
It's going to be to the left.
Yeah, I just saw that. So, yeah. So I've got to wait, well, probably another 14 hours till they bring out something decent. Now, I have, the last ones they did, I've got some really good games off them, but it seems this year might be a bit of a indication that Epic Games haven't been making much money. Maybe Fortnite's getting a bit boring for people and they're not getting the money they used to get off it anymore. Give away their free games. Bit of a shame. But I mean, admittedly, I don't know if I'll ever play the 2 games I got, but I mean, I look at the games, I see what they are, and then whether I like them or not. But the other factor that if I'm not really sure if I like the game or not, apart from the fact that it's free, I also have a look at how much they normally cost. And the one yesterday normally costs about $30 odd New Zealand, obviously. That'll be $5 US. And today's one was almost $50 normal, so thought, well, might as well grab it. And one today had mixed reviews. It was a review, and it was actually looked like by actual proper, not like an individual review, but from a magazine or something, saying that apart from not very good combat system, well, they didn't say it was really bad, they just said it was a little lacking, and really long load times. Apart from that, it's actually a really good game with outcome, how your choices affect the outcome. Because the game apparently is about you becoming a vampire, and you're also a doctor, and there's a flu. It's set in the 1800s or something. There's a flu pandemic, funny that. So you got to make choices where you're a doctor trying to help people cure the flu, but obviously at night time you need to eat. So it's a choice between either trying to save people or feast on them.
Sounds fun.
Yep, but if it isn't, thankfully I got it for free.
Yeah.
Might be one that end up on the stream. I mean, I've got so many epic games I've grabbed and haven't played, and because obviously, so some of you know, the whole point I started streaming was so it forces me to play these games and actually finish them. So. I sort of shoot myself in the foot with the fact that I do trucking some 2 days a week, which is going to go for a while before we get to the end of that, and then I can look at some other games. And with the multiplayer, because I enjoy the multiplayer, I've got the farming simulator multiplayer for two days a week, so there's 4 days gone, and that just leaves me with 2 days to play other games.
Yeah.
I suppose once I've done the trucking competition as I've been done with, it's only going to get quicker and quicker as I get more garages and more people. Yeah, I might be able to look at, I'll have 2 extra days, so it's 4 days, so I might do like, possibly, 4 different games a week for each of those days. We'll just have to see. Sometimes it's just easier playing 2 days in a row. Now I've got so many games I've got there that I want to stream, including one which I've really wanted to do and wanted to play, but and it's an old game that's been remastered. It's a good game, but it looks like they're bringing out a sequel, so which is Dead Island, I believe. Which is also one of those games where normally, well, my channel is PG unless it's determined by the game, and that's definitely R-rated, that game. I got Red Dead Redemption there as well, which I grabbed and only played 10 minutes of. And that's been out for a while.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So, only because my controller was useless, but now I've got a PlayStation controller. Can't be far away now. Oh, 2 hours. About 6 minutes away. 7 minutes away. I won't bother going and having a coffee, actually.
Go straight.
Seemed rather pointless to have a coffee and then only go for a little bit longer. I should have gone with a shorter trip, actually, so we could have got a few trips on. But I actually sort of forgot the fact that I was, well, I needed to end stream early today, so I can get myself organised for everything. My Christmas day, it's going to be full on, and then I've got to organise myself, because I'll be going away for a week, hence the reason why I'm not streaming for a week. So I will be around on a PC, it's just not ideal internet connection for streaming, that's all. Hence the reason why I won't be. Well, that's not particularly true, it's okay.